Good afternoon and welcome. Of course, we're coming live from the Kasarani grounds. At least that's where Frederick Mwoki had handed us over, where we're currently showing you, bringing live to you screens, the Athletics Kenya National Championships. And of course, we're just giving you the update on matters news. And shortly after, we'll be taking you back right there. And we'll also be doing the same thing tomorrow for you to get the sights, pictures and sounds right there with the Athletics Kenya National Championships currently underway. Remember, it's not only today, but we'll also be showcasing these again tomorrow. Let's begin the bulletin. I am Rose Gakwa, and of course, it's the clock is ticking as by-elections preparations are underway in top gear in 3 counties. This is Migori, Kisii, as well as Baringo. We'll be giving you details in a short while in this bulletin. Kindly remember to interact with us social media platforms. On Twitter, it's at KBC Channel 1. You can also tweet me directly at Rose_Gakwa. Well, you can also send us an SMS on 22162, and you can get us on Facebook at KBC Channel 1. Well, let's begin. I am Rose Gakwa, and our sign language interpreter is Lucy Mwaura. Malindi Member of Parliament Aisha Jumwa has dismissed reports that her party ODM was planning to oust her from the powerful Parliamentary Service Commission. Jumwa, who linked the rumor to senior Member of Parliament Junet Mohammed, says she will not be intimidated for declaring her support for Deputy President William Ruto.
The move by Malindi Member of Parliament Aisha Jumwa to openly declare her support for Deputy President William Ruto's presidential bid in the 2022 elections appears to be haunting her. Jumwa has refuted reports in sections of the media that her ODM party has already written to the Speaker of the National Assembly seeking to strip her of her position in the powerful Parliamentary Service Commission.
I have not received any official communication from the Speaker, and I treat this as a mere allegations. That I have no conflict with my party leader, with my party ODM. I am supporting the spirit of the handshake 100%.
Jumwa is accusing Sena East MP Junet Mohammed of propagating the reports, saying it was her constitutional right to support a politician of her choice.
Nataka nimwambie Junet, kama alikuwa amekosa mtu wa kutisha, mimi niko tayari na yeye. Hawezi kunitisha, because mimi am not a commissioner of the Parliamentary Service Commission. Akafikiri labda it's a favor to me. Sitabadilisha kwa sababu katiba inanipa uwezo. I have my freedom na katiba inanilinda. Under Bill of Rights chapter 4. Kwa hivyo nimechagua kama Aisha Jumwa kumuunga mkono na kumsupport Mr. William Samoei Ruto come 2022 for the presidency.
In Meru County, Third Way Alliance Party leader Dr. Ekuru Aukot has hit out at the church in Kenya for abandoning its responsibility of spearheading moral integrity. Ekuru accused clergymen of failing to speak out against rampant corruption that has claimed taxpayers' money, challenging politicians to rise up and lead the nation in the right direction.
Even though the politicians have attempted to say politics answers everything, there is a lot of capacity building that needs to be done amongst our people so that they can utilize the economic opportunities that are available optimally, with the clearing of market distortions that cause people not to get full value for their labor and work. And these are
here I'm reminded of NYS, KPSC, National Civil Board, Goldenberg, Ministry of Health, Titan. How come nobody is saying, okay, I am confessing I was involved in the mining scandal, I will now return? But these are all fellows you have ordered in your churches. You have even organized crusades for them. You have even anointed them and poured oil on their foreheads. Now come building bridges. Dr. Bishop Lawi's team. And we support building bridges. It's a good thing. But I'm sorry, you must allow us to be skeptical in this country.
And the Commission on Revenue Allocation, CRA, has identified more than 1,000 sub-locations in 34 counties as marginalized. CRA says 17 billion shillings from the Equalization Fund will be dispersed to foster development. The Commission has further identified Wata, Makonde, El Molo and Dorobo Saleti as minority groups deserving specific projects to help improve economic and social conditions. Speaking during the launch of a policy on criteria for sharing revenue, CRA Chair Jane Kiringai cited insecurity, lack of health facilities, lack of quality education and water as the major catalyst of marginalization, which continues to undermine the devolved system of governance. County governments have also been blamed for mismanaging resources allocated to counties for development.
Very prosperous areas in Gong, in Dongai, in Kitagela, the county averages look very beautiful. But deep in the heart of Kajiado are very marginalized areas and very deserving communities. So as a commission, we agreed we must move away from the tragedy of county level averages and go a little deeper.
We have to also focus on what we have allocated to county government, which is mostly above 30%. But we are now focusing on the 0.5. Let us also focus on what the county governments are doing in those particular areas. Ladies and gentlemen, can we look at the 10 billion on average that we allocate to Kan County?
When the police says don't leave anybody behind, Parliament is not leaving everybody behind. Parliament is asleep. We are deep asleep. When the country is saying don't leave anybody behind, when the principles and standards, best practices don't leave anybody behind, Parliament is asleep. We're concentrating on the wrong things.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has received a list of candidates nominated for the 17th August by-elections in 3 counties. The list will be gazetted in the next 10 days to allow for dispute to be settled. The vacant seats include Baringo South Parliamentary seat, Bobasi, Chacha Ward, Kisii County, as well as North Kadem in Migori County. After completion of party primaries for candidates in the forthcoming by-elections for parliamentary and ward seats in Kisii, Migori and Maringo counties, the list of candidates nominated for the mini-poll slate for 17th August is now in the custody of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. The list, which bears the names of nominees for the Baringo South Parliamentary seat, Bobasi Chacha Ward, Kisii County, as well as North Kadem in Migori County, will however only be gazetted in the next 10 days to allow for lodging and settling of any disputes according to IEBC. The development coming only days after IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati opposed an application filed by a petitioner seeking to halt preparations for by-elections in the 3 counties. The voter, Isaiah Biwot Kangwani, moved to court claiming IEBC is not properly constituted to manage an election, but the electoral agency's chair noted the issue of quorum would only come into play when plenary needs to sit and not when conducting by-elections. The United Nations High Commission for Refugees, UNHCR, is expected to hand over 1.1 billion shillings worth of infrastructure to the Kenya government and the host community. The handover follows the closure of camps in the expansive Dadaab refugee camp. Kaltun Jama reports.
The infrastructure, which includes several fully furnished hospitals and schools, were left behind after refugees in I-42 and KBO's camps in Dadaab received assistance to return to their homeland. Head of Operations at UNHCR Dadaab, J. Bosco Rushatsi, who spoke to journalists at Dagalei Camp, Dadaab Sub-County, said a refugee camp is considered closed when the last alien lives either on repatriation or is moved to another camp.
We consider that a camp is closed when the last refugees have left, either on voluntary repatriation or on movement to still open camps.
Kambi Oz was closed in March last year, while I-42 was closed last month. Dr. Okhan Nasibov, a senior public health officer with UNHCR, said the hospitals in IF2 camp have a bed capacity of 100, a maternity wing, emergency room, laboratory, 2 operation centers, adult ward, pediatric ward, stabilization center and pharmacy block.
After the closure, of course, the structures are there, and the basic equipment, of course, also there. For all outpatient consultations, specialized consultation, which we did non-communicable diseases and mental health.
Kenya has repatriated a total of 254,811 refugees to Somalia since 2013, according to a report released by the United Nations High Commission on Refugees on Wednesday. During the celebrations to mark World Refugee Day, the repatriation was done mainly through airlifting, owing to poor roads and insecurity posed by the Al-Shabaab militia.
The county government of Nyeri intends to introduce new levies to bridge the deficit in its 2018-2019 budget, estimated at 7.6 billion shillings. The government announced that it would scale up collection and management of taxes through automation to expand revenue base to finance the 1 billion shilling shortfall. Just a week after reading the national budget, the county government of Nyeri has committed 87.9% of its total budget to be financed through equity and conditional grants from the national government.
Revenue performance, Mr. Speaker. The county has not been able to attain the target of revenue from own sources, though in the financial year 2016-2017, we attained 64.3% of the set target of Kenya shillings 1 billion.
The remaining 30% will be financed from own revenue collections. County Executive Committee member in charge of Finance and Economic Planning, Robert Thuo, said the county government intends to automate revenue management in order to ensure compliance in rates payment. Thuo said that the new revenue management system will be up and running in 2 months' time.
In a revenue management system that will ensure a cashless collection of revenue. This system will be launched in less than 2 weeks.
Rare Ward MCA Paul Kanyari lauded the move, saying it would go a long way in boosting their businesses. One of the residents, Lillian Karaoke, noted that a lot needs to be done to improve the health sector where residents get poor services.
County government will focus more on health, more so on the county government hospitals. A lot needs to be done in PGH. We need more doctors, we need more drugs, we need more facilities, because we can't have good facilities without the money.
Herders in Magadi, Kajiado County are worried that they will incur financial losses soon as a result of the growth of Prosopis gildifera plant, locally known as Madenge tree. The herders expressed fears that their livestock are likely to stare or rather starve, since the weed has invaded a larger portion of the vegetation, leaving minimal grassland for their animals. Despite the recent rainy season, herders in Kajiado County are incurring heavy losses. Instead of grassland, the vegetation is dominated by inconsumable mapenge tree and shrubs.
Miti sasa hapa kwetu amekuwa shida kabisa, hata nimalisa kabisa ile mazingira yetu, nini nyasi hakuna kabisa na inasumbua kabisa hata ng'ombe hata mbuzi.
Most of the affected areas are in Kajiado West Sub-County, especially in Magadi, Kajiado Central and parts of Kajiado South. The leafy mapenge tree affects the area by inhibiting the growth of grass beneath it, thus minimal area is left for livestock to graze. Area residents claim the weed is also harmful to the livestock, as it has dangerous thorns with dozens of amputations attributed to it.
Hii miti imeleta madhara, ukikanyanga hiyo mguu mpaka ikatwe. Mifugo yetu, mbuzi zikikula utakuta mbuzi haina meno, pia ng'ombe ndio hizo zimeugua zikikanyanga hizo mashimo, na tena hiyo miti inaenea kila mahali. So hata pahali ambapo haijafika, mifugo zikienda hapo, hiyo miti bado tu inamea.
Inasambaa kwote, na vile inasambaa, it is replacing the native vegetation ile ambayo tulikuwa katika hiyo area ya Magadi. So in the near future tusipoitafuta njia ya kuikabidhi, hatutakuwa na wanyama tena kama Magadi, kwa sababu hakutakuwa na nyasi ya wanyama kukula, kwa sababu itakuwa fully replaced by madhenge, and it is spreading like a bushfire.
The locals are now calling on the government to assist in resolving the issue. Reporting for Channel 1 Lunchtime News, I'm Jackie Wambiru.
Kenyans will in 7 days know if the sugar in supermarket shelves is safe for consumption or not. A joint sitting of parliamentary committees on agriculture and trade over the sugar crisis will from Monday start hearing submissions from the various ministries, the Kenya Bureau of Standards and companies adversely mentioned in the sugar saga, as they seek to shed light to allegations that sugar in the country contains traces of mercury. Yesterday, Kenya Bureau of Standards Managing Director admitted contraband sugar impounded recently indeed does contain lead and copper, but he refuted Interior CS Matiang's narrative that this contraband sugar has traces of mercury. Well, that's a trending story. We'll be starting to be giving you these details. Have a look.
We now do the public participation. Yeah, because we can go to CS Matiang, who of course read the allegations that the sugar that we have in our, or the sugar that they tested, had mercury and other minerals or other metals. And then we will have finally the CS trade with his entire team. And this is a message to even the ministers that they are not coming alone, but they are coming with their entire support staff, all the sagas. And on Tuesday and Wednesday, we will go for the field visit.
Of Sambara village in Gilgil constituency are living in fear following a series of attacks targeted at their livestock by unknown people believed to be unscrupulous traders living amongst them. It's like that assailants attacked the village, slaughtered 3 dairy cows and took away with the meat.
Elizabeth Gathu is still in shock following the attack that left her with one calf. She lost a cow that had just begun to produce milk to what she believes is a cartel of unscrupulous butchers in the area. The criminals have been giving farmers sleepless nights in recent weeks. Residents, through community policing, have lodged numerous complaints to the area chief and police officers, but no arrests have been made.
Tulikuwa tupeleka malalamishi lakini hatupati nini usaidizi. Tunaambiwa tugoje, wanafanya nini, wanajaribu kutafuta, mpaka sasa hatuoni usaidizi. Inaendelea tu ikiongezeka.
Joki Washira, a smallholder dairy farmer in the area, also lost 3 cows in the same manner in the wee hours of Friday.
Nilipomulika na torch kwa sababu kulikuwa na giza, nikakuta ng'ombe zake 3 zimetolewa na gate zote zilikuwa zimefunguliwa.
The farmers are not only worried about their livestock but for their own safety, calling on authorities to arrest the culprits.